Hi, everyone. I'm your host, G.Bayley, psychic medium, and we have Nicole Schwarz, also psychic medium. And we have Erik who's joining us from the other side today. He's going to help us dive into our topic, which is astral projection or astral travel. Some people call it that. So Nicole's going to be answering some questions, and I'm going to help.
Yeah.
All right. So and our information's in the bottom. If you want to check that out.
Don't forget to like and subscribe as
well. Yes. Like it ahead of time because we know you're gonna like it. I'm just
kidding. No, we know.
We know. I guess we would, right? We know. Okay. All right. So I guess we just get started here. All right, Nicole. First question. What's astral projection and how does it differ from dreaming or lucid dreaming?
Erik says hi, by the way. And he's here and he says, so astral projection can also be called an out-of-body experience as well. And it's where your kind of soul leaves your body during a period of time, and your soul, your higher self, leaves the physical body. And he's showing me that you can do it through meditation. A lot of people do it through dreams, but it does not matter how you do it, he says. But he says it's all about intention as well. So anybody who wants to do it can do it.
Yeah. Something I was listening to him say just now was he was talking about some people do it and they don't even realize they do it. Like in their dreaming. You know,
I didn't know I was doing it and then I saw it. I was like, wait, I think I do that.
Yeah.
So it's like you really don't.
Right. So, and with the lucid dreaming, sometimes it usually can be like you're traveling somewhere, is what I'm hearing him say, right?
Yeah.
If it's just a regular dream, like usually that's like not voluntary, right?
Right. It's not. He's showing me like military, like intention, like do 50 sit-ups, like lucid dreaming's not really like that. It's like, but you're aware of you might be like going to a different place you've never been, but you're more aware, like, oh, I'm in a dream, where compared to the other.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I get it. Okay. So is astral travel or astral projection a natural ability that everyone has, or does it require special training?
Erik says military. No.
As soon as you said that, all of a sudden I can see him like in a military uniform. Like he's like all, I don't know why he's doing that today. Why is he all military?
Yeah. He's being a jokester today, but it's saying it's a natural ability. Everybody does have it. The special training, as in, he's saying, no, you don't need, like, that's why he came. He's like, you don't need a boot camp or anything like that, but you need to be open. Like, your chakras need to be open, and you need to be aware of yourself. And he's saying it's a lot of people do it on like the brink of awakening, and they don't know what it is, but a lot of people do it. More awakened souls do it, he's showing me.
Yeah. Oh, that awareness. It's that awareness, I think. They have that awareness of it. What is the difference between an out-of-body experience and an astral travel?
They're the same thing. He's like, they're kind of used like interchangeably.
Okay. All right. Something that he was showing me is sometimes an out-of-body experience can be like a near-death experience. Like if
that's what he just, that's so funny. He's like saying, he's like, but there's like you're not being specific enough. He's like, was it near death and out of body?
Yeah,
But
yeah. He's like, sometimes it can be that, but being out of body is out of body. Like,
right.
like you said, the astral travel, out of body. It's all out of body. So there can be like, there's also that, like you said earlier, the intent is what I'm getting about that.
It's all intentional.
Yeah. Is there a scientific evidence or documented research supporting the phenomena of astral projection?
Eric's saying there's not much, just because you kind of can't document how you're shifting realities with core data, like numerical data. He's showing me, he's like, you can't, there's no numbers I can project that, but they can maybe show you when you do a sleep study that you're in this deep sleep, but that's all that can really.
Yeah, they can't study seeing the soul leave the body. Many people have tried. Many people have tried. They've weighed the body, which that's as close as I think they came of showing there might be a soul, is the weighing the body when somebody dies and the change of it. But it's so micro that it's hard to measure something like that. So measurement. Because it was funny. I see him with a measuring stick. Right when you like said, he's like, let me get my measuring. And then he's like pulling out this measuring tape. Like, can't measure this. Funny. He's being goofy today.
He is.
What are the most effective techniques for inducing astral projection? I think this is going to happen.
Erik just said, be intentional.
I think that's the biggest.
It is. It's kind of like, just be direct. What you want is what you're going to get. He's saying be more accepting of yourself and being aware of yourself, as well as trusting yourself and trusting that you do have the ability, not limiting, not doubting.
Yeah, that's a big one. And fear, don't have the fear, like keep the fear away. Or did you say that and I miss it? I just heard fear. I just heard it really loud.
But it's so funny. He did say that to me earlier. When I was automatic writing, he's like, so many people have so much fear around this.
Yeah, they do.
It's so interesting.
They do. And there's a lot of controversy out there and different things that you would see probably of some say, oh, don't do it because of this, or these are things to be afraid of. But also he was showing me like visualizing. It's a lot of visualizing, which is intent. Yeah.
He's saying don't be fearful just because it's your reality and you create it.
Yeah. Right. I watched this this is a long time ago, but I watched this video of this guy who astral travels all the time, and they were interviewing him, and he was talking about different techniques he would take, like where he would just like sit there and kind of get his body like relaxed, and then he would visualize his soul rolling out of his body. Like visualize that actually happening.
Crazy.
Yeah, just like see my soul roll out and then pop, I'm out. Or he visualized like a rope pulling himself out. So different visualizing, things like that, but it's all intent always.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Or like, because a lot of times it's like floating, or you see yourself like they're rising above, floating.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the telltale signs that you are astral projecting is to actually see yourself. It's a control, like you have control over it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how can I think this goes into it. How can you tell? I mean, how can someone tell they're about to have their body? Let me start over. How can someone tell they're about to leave their body versus just falling asleep? We kind of just touched on that a little bit, but yeah, the feeling of it.
Yeah, it's like you feel yourself. It's like it's kind of you're floating atop. As he's just showing me, like seeing yourself on top of a cloud, but it's like you're looking straight down at yourself, and you're sleeping or you're meditating, you're doing something else, but that's your physical being.
Yeah.
Rather than falling asleep, you kind of feel yourself drifting down rather than up, if that makes sense. Like you're falling deeper into like a
It does. It makes sense. Yeah. The other one's more, again, intentional, like an intentional feeling that you're controlling, right? You have control over. What are common barriers to why can't I read today? What are common barriers to
Friday.
successful, I know, right? Successful astral projection, and how can they be overcome? Like something that stops you from being able to do it. What are common things that stop you? Which I know we've talked, I think we hit on some of that earlier too.
Yeah, like limiting beliefs, not believing in yourself, he's showing me not thinking it would work, not thinking you have the ability, um, not trust. He's showing me trust, not
Oh, that's a
trusting.
big one. Yeah, the trust. Yeah, yeah. And fear again, which would be the
Yeah.
trust, I'm sure. Um, Is it safer or easier to project during specific times, like early in the morning or full moon? Like there are special times that you need to do this, it's better than the other?
He's saying, I mean, it doesn't truly matter when you do it, when you want to do it. The energy is more potent during a full moon if you are more susceptible to, energetic frequency and that life. But he's saying, honestly, like we said before, it's just intention. Like whenever you want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do it, just
yeah.
do it.
Right, right. Because it's different for everybody too.
Hmm.
Everybody's different. So, and
Yeah.
everybody's
Has a different,
inner clock is different, like in
yeah.
how they deal with things. Yeah, right. So,
And their perception of how they um astrotrain, like no one does it the same. Maybe there's some
right,
similarities, but everyone's experience is so different.
right, right. That makes sense. Do tools like frequencies, uh, binaural, I can't say this word, but
Yeah,
binaural,
binaural.
binaural beats, or crystals aid in the process?
Yes. Yes. He's saying that's a huge frequency. It's key. Crystals
Oh
can
yeah, I
aid in
imagine.
everything, like everything's energy. So all that is energy, just producing different frequencies of sound.
Hmm.
And
Because it's all
he's
vibration, right?
yeah, he's showing me, yeah, he's showing me the letters HZ. So he's like, yeah, so all those are definitely a big help.
Big help. Okay. All right. Somebody's standing. He's telling me somebody's standing there with the drums. Boom, 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 or doing the drum sound.
For the maracas.
Yeah, yeah. I can't say the word, but I know what it is. Give me visuals, like a kindergartner. Here you go. This is what it is. All right. What does the astral plane look or feel like during travel?
Eric's saying it, like we said earlier, it's very different. Everyone has their different perceptions of it.
Yeah, that would
He's
make
saying,
sense.
um, he's showing me like an energetic gateway, like portal, like has different levels you can go on, and like you can go
Mm,
up, down. This way, like you could fly, go to different places. He's saying
yeah,
it's whatever you make it.
right, right. It'd be just like if you can imagine without the body's limitations, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
weightless, like a weightless. Um, and I was looking at something he's showing me here. He's showing me this like clock, and he's showing like how the clock, because there's not time, right? But he's
Mm-hmm.
showing like clock spinning forward, clock spinning backward. So that what that tells me is like the time there feels
Mm-hmm.
really weird compared to what you're
Yes.
used to here.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's like
That's weird.
doesn't it stands. I don't know. It doesn't exist. So it just stands. It's weird.
Like it could be like 1,000 year filling, or it could be like a couple minute filling.
Yeah. Or a
So it's
second.
yeah, or
Yeah.
second. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's crazy. Let's see what that be. Yeah, it's a gigantic clock. So okay, um, can one travel to other planets, dimensions, or time periods through the astral projection?
Yes. He's saying, oh yeah. He's like, whatever. He says, "Be careful what you wish for."
Yeah, I heard him say that right when he said. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I think intent is so important, right? What your intent is.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Um, is there, I'm curious, I was wondering, and it's not on here, but I'm curious, like if you run into like different people, maybe there's a question coming up for that, but like if you see like different like
That is
I don't know,
yeah. Yeah.
aliens or, different beings,
Mm-hmm.
I always think about those cartoons where was it Bugs Bunny or something that went to another planet and there's like a hammer following a nail and then there's like a piece of paper and scissors and they're like part of the like aliens that lived on that
Yes,
planet.
yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah. That's an old cartoon. I don't know if anybody's seen it that's younger than me, but the younger generation. It was good though. I believed it. I believe that's really out there.
Yeah.
All right. How do you navigate that astral realm? Are there maps, guides, or intuitive paths?
Eric's saying it's intuitive. It's like you know where to go.
Yeah. Yeah. That would make sense. That would make sense. Like he's also showing too like your guides, how they guide you here.
Mm-hmm.
They can. You don't need it though. Like they
Right.
can, but you don't need it. Yeah.
Like another tool. Like here, I'm here if you need me. But
Right. So again, intention, like it's an intention. Where do you want
it
to go?
is.
What do you want to do? It's that intention. That's a big, big part of it
It is.
is what it seems like. So what types of beings, oh, we're talking about this. Beings can be encountered during astral projection, and how can you discern their intention? I know there's a lot of fear out there that I've seen, like
Yeah,
in
he's
different
saying
videos that people
there's
put.
so much. He's like there's a lot of different type of beings. Anything that there's a lot of different, you're going to be intentional. What do you want to see? Anything
Yeah,
that you can create in your mind, it really does exist.
yeah,
He's saying,
yeah. And it's also the way you look at it, right? Like it could
mhm,
come up and maybe one person might think it's something scary, but your mind doesn't think that, so it's not scary.
right,
So it would be like your perception, right?
right. There's a lot of different. He's showing me like being like creature, like animals, like I don't know. There's a lot of just other energies around. He's saying,
Like
I don't know.
earthbounds, and I'm sure
Yeah,
you'd
it's
see
like
all kinds of.
I don't know what they are. They're like some animal, like I guess it's a different time period or a different route, like because I don't know. They're like
I,
huge. I don't know how to explain
well,
it. They're not.
I got like a flash of whatever you can imagine would be on other planets, including ours, like
Yeah.
say dinosaurs, souls, and so it's not like you're in the heavenly realm, but you can still encounter these things because they go in many. Oh, like okay, so I just heard like interdimensional beings. There's so
Mm-hmm.
many like that.
Yes.
So is that what it
That's
is? Like that?
yes. Yes. That's
Okay.
what he was trying to. It's
So you
like
could
not a.
go meet Bigfoot if you want, okay? You could ask for travel and go meet Bigfoot.
Yeah. So he says that it's just
Mermaids.
he's seeing the come on. He keeps talking. He goes the it's endless. Wherever you want to go, you can go. He goes, when you want to go somewhere down in the ocean, you can go down there. You want to go up in space, you want to go different realms. He's saying it's just wherever.
Yeah. Yeah. Different portals, different vibrational beings. That makes
Hmm.
sense. Okay. Is astral travel or astral projection? I keep saying astral travel for some reason, but it's the
What's
same
the
thing.
same?
Yeah, same thing. Astral projection. because that's how I knew it. Like, I know it's astral projection, but for some reason I always would call it astral travel.
I did too.
Can harm come to the physical energetic body? Like, say when somebody's like laying there, and they've left their body, can harm come to the body while you're out of it?
No. Erik said no. You're protected. And your guides and your team are with you along the way, that nothing can really
That's right.
Nothing can really happen.
That's true.
Yeah. And there's no fear, so nothing's going to happen to you.
And that's why I think fear is so important, not to, put that in the intent or the intention or whatever,
Right.
have it be a part of the intention when you go in. I side story here. When I was a teenager, I had bought this book and it was about astral travel. And I remember trying to meditate. I didn't even know how to meditate. Okay. I was like, I think 17 or something. And so I remember it saying something like, the way you know is you'll start hearing swirly sounds and you'll get weird smells. And then things will feel like they're spinning like a vortex. And it's trying to tell all these details of coming out of the body. Right. And I remember sitting there meditating. And then the one thing that I remember reading about it says, just be careful because you can fall. Like it almost made it like you can fall, and even though your soul can't get hurt, it can hurt your body. So I don't know, like, what that meant. You know what I mean? That always stuck with me, and probably would stick a fear. The fear sticks with me because of that, about astral travel, because you have to be careful with that. But I just remember trying it, and the second I thought that I was hearing a swirling noise, I jumped out of it. So there's no way, if you have any fear, this will work.
Right.
I guarantee it. Yeah.
But
yeah.
Erik's saying it's like it was like a black hole vortex.
Okay.
That's very rare.
Yeah, it was loud, like a loud swirling sound. But
no, the other what the book says.
Oh, what the book says? Okay. Okay. Yeah. That was something I used to think I wanted to do until I tried that, and then it was like, I don't now have a fear of that, but when I was younger, it was like, oh, that's really scary. If you don't understand something, I think that's what's important too, is have an understanding to something takes fear away. Right. So have a lot of understanding, do research, know what you're doing before you do it.
Right.
It's helpful.
That is very helpful. Yeah, Erik's saying, he's like, research. He's like, get on the Google.
Yeah, you don't want to just lay there and start meditating. Okay, I want to leave my body. You want to research it. All right. Are there any protective techniques to ensure a safe journey and return?
He's just showing me protect yourself. Just envision you have a white light around you and you're protected, and just kind of just knowing that you are.
Yeah.
Goes a long way.
You remember in our first session that you and I did in the mediumship training when we talked about creating a space, creating that safe space? I keep seeing that. I keep seeing, like, put that bubble around you, create that safe space.
He showed me that bubble. He showed me a bubble. He's like, be in your your bubble.
Yeah. And again, I'm sure guides, angels, things like that are helping you maneuver it. So, can someone interfere with your, didn't we already read this one? This is different. Can someone interfere with your body while you're projecting? Is your projection safe? Come to physical or energetic body. Oh, I think the other one was about, can something endanger your physical or energetic body when you're out of it? But this one is saying, can somebody interfere with your body while you're projecting?
No.
That's what I thought. No. I got that too. Yeah. Of course, again, there's always controversy on that, right? It's perspective.
It is. You believe? Everything's perspective.
What do you believe? What role do spirit guides or higher selves play in protecting you during travel?
Well, your spirit guides are always with you during travel, but your higher self is what is actually leading you through the whole astral travel experience, Eric's saying. He's
Oh,
like,
that's
your
cool.
higher self is your soul.
Right, right. It is you.
So it is the physical. She's like, just think of it this way. When you pass, like I have, my physical body, is somewhere, but I'm still here and I'm still able to communicate. He goes, that's what happens when you astral travel. He goes, no, you're not. You're still alive, but you're able to experience these things during meditation or dreams that your, conscious brain limits so much of your ability to kind of shuts. He's showing me like the light to shut off,
Yeah.
like
right, right.
But he's saying you're more accepting and allowing when the conscious mind just goes,
Yeah. Yeah, when I see the higher self to a soul, I see like a cord kind of.
Yeah.
Like you got your higher self and it's connected to all these other yous, and incarnations. So like cords never broke. Now I think when somebody passes, then the cord may be broke from the body, but not the higher self. You go back. So like that's how I've always seen it. That he's shown me. So that makes sense.
That makes so much sense. Yeah.
What can be learned spiritually or karmically through astral projection?
A lot. There's so much that you can learn a lot
like a list.
Yeah, Eric's saying you can learn about, he's like, what do you want to know? He goes, what do you want to know? He's like, you can learn a lot about it yourself. You could learn about other, he's like, just be open and be accepting and just have a bigger,
like a deeper self-awareness. I think that's
you just took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say that. No, you're fine. No,
I know our brains are connected because even when we talk to each other, like outside of this, like we're always finishing sentences and we're like say the same thing.
He seriously said that. He's like, awareness is key.
Yeah. I think too, enhancing creativity. I mean, anything that's within you probably enhances or amplifies it, right? To a positive way. To know, what is that? To know thyself? I don't know the whole thing, but I just heard him go to know thyself.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. He's trying to be a
poet.
A poet. Yes.
One of these times we're just saying it at the same time. We'll say it at the same time.
Have you seen that? Have you seen New Girl? Have you seen New Girl? That show?
No, but I've heard of it.
These two guys are like at the same time, and they're like, "No, we'll get it. Yeah. And like I try to.
That's funny. I don't want to miss one. Is astral projection a step towards enlightenment or ascension?
Yes. Eric's saying yes. It's like you're already accepted that you're awakened, and so it's like you're seeing different levels of.
You don't need it for that, of course, right? You don't need it, but yeah. So that's what I was curious about myself. Can one use astral travel to contact deceased loved ones or access Akashic records?
Erik saying 100% yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that you're limited to, I think, in astral travel as in other dimensions, like the spiritual plane, things like that. But most of it's open, right? I mean, most of the different levels, the different dimensions.
Like they're not going to bring you to where you're like, he's showing me your deceased loved ones will meet you at a he's like,
you're not going where they're at.
Right. Yes.
Right. So and also I just heard him say it's also again intent, like an intention, and sometimes there's a fear, sometimes even you can have a fear that comes up when you're in astral travel, you know, that can like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna see like my family kind of thing.
Yeah.
Subconscious fear, not an active fear. That's what I just heard him say. Can astral
but it's
travel?
kind of like, it's kind of like an anxiety feeling he gave me.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Are there, I think we talked about this a little bit, are there levels or densities within the astral realm, and how are they assessed?
I mean, everything is energy, he's saying. So yes, you can, whatever you can think of,
It's like vibration, right?
Yes,
like,
everything's, frequency, vibration, everything is on, it's like peeling an onion, different layers.
Yeah, that like it's just different dimensions that they have.
Yeah.
And I think too, something that he's showing me, I think what this means is, do you see the different dimensions within each dimension? It's almost like they swirl together, but there's different layers. Okay. Not dimensions. He goes, not dimensions, layers. There's different layers in each dimension. So
yes.
that's really cool. I mean, I think it'd be really cool to astro travel, you know, but I think too that it does take practice, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Practice on getting that intent and trusting.
And learning. I He's saying once you got the meditation down, it's honestly, it's being quiet within your own mind is what's the hardest thing.
Yeah, having that control over it. Can astral projection be used for healing, either for oneself or others?
Yes. Like the
Of course. Yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely. I think that it is. I think that is what a lot of healing is anyway. When people are projecting out, it's like they're projecting the healing. Maybe their astral body isn't leaving, but you do project out, right? When you're sending out healing. So imagine how much stronger that would be leaving the body. Yeah.
So much stronger, and then coming back in, and it's like I don't
for yourself,
like,
and more self-awareness, right? Like we were saying, and more self-awareness can heal too, because there's more understanding, and understanding can help heal many things. Yeah. Okay. Is there nope yeah is it ethical ethical to visit other people in the astral realm without their knowledge? Like, can you go see what your grandma's doing, or go check on, I don't know, someone that you got a crush on?
That's kind of
that's what Erik just said. Someone you got a crush on.
He's like, that's kind of like, he's showing me, he has binoculars out. He's showing me, he's like, that's kind
telescope.
Similar to remote viewing in a way, but it's like if you would ask your higher self, their higher self, permission, then that's ethical. But just popping in on somebody, he's like, say, what if someone's in the shower?
Yeah.
But
so it doesn't mean you can't do it, but the the ethical part of it, that makes sense.
Always ask permission, even if it's their higher self, because you know that those words carried out will contact them. They will feel the frequency, but it's like only do it for good, not harm or bad. Like don't do it to spy or just
right.
If that makes sense.
Right. Well, absolutely, absolutely. It makes complete sense. You know, you want to have good intentions. There's that word again. You need good intentions. So absolutely. How has astral projection changed your perception of life, death, or reality, Nicole? Or Ginger? I'll ask myself.
It's very interesting. I just realized I was could do it a couple years ago. And I realized, everything is energy and you could do it. I saw, it's funny. It's like you could see your future. And I'm not kidding. I saw like what my future, just maybe 10 years, but my future self, what it all looked like. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm okay with that.
Oh, that is cool. That is cool. Yeah.
So it's like, that's the only thing I have a lot of lucid dreams. I remember a lot of my dreams where like there's a town and stuff there, but that's not really, sometimes I do astral travel where there's one place, everything's spaceships and stuff. It's just interesting. You don't realize how limited you are when you're going along your day-to-day life because you're trying to be in control of different things in your life. But once you lose the control, it's crazy.
Yeah. 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 And I think the physical is so limiting, the physical body. There's so much more without it. But it is necessary. Definitely necessary.
What do you think? How has it changed your life?
Well, I've never astro traveled except for that one experience where I tried it. Yeah. But just knowing what it is, I think is intriguing. It's intriguing.
Okay. It is.
I think that it would take some practice for me, even though I meditate, and I do have pretty good control over my mind because I always did that. I started very young trying to meditate and get control over my thoughts because it drove me crazy to have racing thoughts. But I've really never tried it since that time. And I think because it did kind of instill a little fear in me, and then I just lost like focus on it. Like it wasn't my focus anymore. So, I do know that I've heard people they actually do it without trying because they're so used to it.
I did it without trying. That's why I didn't know I did it. And I was like, okay, that's a different way. I'm still alive. This is great.
Right. So now do you have control over it when you do it? Like now, can you actually control it when you want to do it? Sometimes
I haven't done it in a while. But yes, there is control. I mean, there's 100% control. It's just, it's interesting. It kind of, the fear I think people have because it scares you at first because you're like, wow, this is really like what? Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's like
it kind of like at first it's not unnatural though. Like I'm hearing Erik say it's not unnatural, but it's more like new. It's just the unknowing and the newness to it. Like, is this really happening? That
it did actually. What's funny is it did happen right after I finished my first Reiki, and then I'm pretty sure my mom got, because this is when I was still going through my boards, and my mom got a couple services from Elisa too. So I was like energetically like
opening
up. So I
balancing.
think that was a huge shift too. But I think being susceptible to energy and more people have a better, chance
of it. Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely. Yeah, it does. It makes sense. Okay, last question.
He's showing me yoga. Like he's saying, like even people, maybe even doing the different positions and like, because it doesn't even have to be long,
Right. That's true. That's true because you get in a certain state of mind with certain types of yoga. Like the theta, isn't it the theta? I think it's the theta state of mind mostly. It's like that between the REM, the deep sleep, the theta is what I'm hearing him say. The theta, there's like different levels of sleep, and it's the theta, if I'm saying that right, where people astral travel in that mind space. So,
and that's usually right before you wake up too, because when you wake up, you're still in theta mode.
Okay, so that's what it is.
Because I'm like, because I will go and write my dream, like, and stuff down right when, because they give you messages too when in your sleep and stuff, like not just astral traveling, but any dreams,
Right. It's good. It's good to have a dream journal. Yes,
it is. It's great and it's interesting. Just see like how you, not thinking, but when you're dreaming.
Get it. Right. All right, last question. What role does intention play in shaping your astral experience, which I think we touched really on most throughout the thing, so that's been answered. It's the biggest, most important part of it.
It is. He's saying everything is intention. Everything is intention.
A deeper understanding we talked about. I mean, all of that. So intention. Something that Erik's bringing up really quick before we close here is we talked about astral projection, but there is a thing that is totally different, and it's when people, what is it? Now I'm going to lose the name of it. It's, give it to me again, Erik. Psychological projection. Psychological projection. He says that this is something that happens when people have fear of things of their self, like insecurities. And I don't know why he's bringing this up. Maybe because there's so many people out there that project their fears on others, and project their insecurities on others, that he wants people to think about this. When you look at somebody else and you start picking out things about them that bothers you, okay? He says, look inward.
He just said to me, mirror, mirror.
Yeah. Is look inward. And that's a different type of projection, but he is bringing that up because there's so many out there that are trying to find happiness, that have a hard time because of that. So that's something, and they have a hard time, communicating with others.
Right.
So this is something, that may not have much to do with astral projection, but it is a type of projection, and it's projecting whatever you have within you that you don't want to face yourself, and you're projecting it out by pointing it out in others or blaming others for those things. Yeah.
Right. So. It's like, and have like, if you're mad or something, like go have a healthy outlet of it. He's showing me like, okay, you had a bad day. Don't use words. Don't don't put down somebody else because you're unhappy. He goes, go punch a punching bag or run or do something. Because he says mental health really.
Yeah, it's really a big part. It's a big part of it. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. He's saying there's so many people that project their own insecurities and fears because they're fearful and stuff of their own. And they don't want, or they're jealous. And they don't want what other people have, or they're like, how do they have when I'm doing this?
Comparing. Comparing. You never want to compare yourself. And the projecting part is sometimes not taking responsibility for your own, of who you are, or maybe you don't realize it. So just always look inward, he says. Always go inward, self-reflect when that starts to happen. So if you're recognizing it, he goes, there are some people that don't recognize they're projecting.
Yeah, and you have to be careful with those people, because then they're always the one who he's showing me victim.
Yeah. Just sad. So. All right. So don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, click like if you liked it.
We hope you liked it.
Yeah. So
it was interesting.
It was.
And you can all do it. So
yeah.
So, Erik says, invite me in. We can.
Yeah. I just heard him say that. I heard the same thing. He's like, call me over here, and I'll meet you. I'll meet you on the other side if you're stepping out. Stepping out, he called it, like stepping out of the body.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Just let me know, and I'll hang out. All right. Bye. Till next time. Bye-bye. See ya.